Another Fiend Artisan. I guess that makes sense. 2 7/7s. That's actually pretty cool. Can we address that real quick? Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time to watch Hello Good Game. Today we're playing Vampire Historic Tribal Edition. So this deck focuses around the creature type vampire, obviously. As always, we're going to take a look at the deck list, talk about the deck strategies and synergies, break down any gameplay footage that we see, talk about the interactions within the meta that we come across, and then come full circle with our closing thoughts. If you find any value in this video, it'd be awesome if you gave me a thumbs up and shared it to a friend. Let's get right into it. The deck starts out with 2 copies of Duskborn Skymarcher. This is a 1/1 with flying. We can pay 1 and tap it. Target attacking vampire gets +1/+1 until end of turn. 4 copies of Knight of the Ebon Legion. This is a 1/2. We get pay 3. Knight of the Ebon Legion gets +3/+3 and gains Death Touch until end of turn. At the beginning of your end step, if a player lost 4 or more life this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Knight of the Ebon Legion. 2 copies of Legion's Landing. When Legion's Landing enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white vampire creature token with lifelink. When you attack with 3 or more creatures, transforms Legion's Landing into Adanto, the first fort. We can tap it for 1 planes, or we can pay 3 plus tapping it to add or to create a 1/1 with lifelink, which is nice. Moving on to our 2 drops, we have 2 copies of Legion's End. This is a sorcery. Exile target creature an opponent controls with converted mana cost 2 or less, and all other creatures that player controls with the same name as that creature. Then that player reveals their hand and exiles all cards with that name from their hand and graveyard. So that's actually really nice. 2 copies of Heartless Act. This is an instant. Choose 1, destroy target creature with no counters on it. Remove up to 3 counters from target creature. 4 copies of Legion Lieutenant. Other vampires you control get +1/+1, and it is itself a 2/2. On to our 3 drops. 4 copies of Bloodthirsty Aerialist. This is a 2/3 with flying. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on Bloodthirsty Aerialist. 4 copies of Sorin Imperious Bloodlord. Coming in with 4 loyalty counters. It is a planeswalker. +1, target creature you control gains Death Touch and lifelink until end of turn. If it's a vampire, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Second +1 ability, you may sacrifice a vampire. When you do, Sorin Imperious Bloodlord deals 3 damage to any target, and you gain 3 life. -3, you may put a vampire creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. We also have 4 copies of Mortify, an instant, destroy target creature or enchantment. 3 copies of Sorin Vengeful Bloodlord, our first 4-drop, another planeswalker with 4 loyalty counters. A passive ability, as long as it's your turn, creatures and planeswalkers you control have lifelink. +2, Sorin Vengeful Bloodlord deals 1 damage to target player or planeswalker. -X, return target creature card with converted mana cost X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. That creature is a vampire in addition to its other types. 2 copies of Sanctum Seeker. This is a 3/4. Whenever a vampire you control attacks, each opponent loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life. Moving on to our 5 drops, 3 copies of Champion of Dusk. It's a 4/4. When it enters the battlefield, you draw X cards, you lose X life, where X is the number of vampires you control. And then finally, Vona Butcher of Mogin, 4/4 with Vigilance and lifelink. We can tap it, pay 7 life, destroy target non-land permanent, activate this ability only during your turn. These spells are accompanied by 4 plains, 6 swamps, 4 godless shrines, 4 isolated chapels, and 4 unclaimed territory. So the land base is really friendly. You shouldn't struggle with that really at all. If anything, the unclaimed territory might be annoying when you're trying to cast your Mortify. With the deck list out of the way, let's start to break down the strategy and what you're looking for in an opening draw hand. I like to ride my mana curve to 3 as quickly as possible, and the absolute nuke of the deck is Sorin Imperious Bloodlord. If you can curve out to 3 mana, play this on turn 3, and then use its -3 ability to play either your Sanctum Seeker, your Champion of Dusk, or your Butcher of Mogin. That's basically going to be game right there. We've flirted with the idea of Haunts of Hightower, but I think it's just too expensive if you don't get it out that way, and it's much friendlier to play a 5-drop that now draws you cards, right? Because running out of cards is really most decks' kryptonites, right? If you can get choked out and only have 1 card to start top decking, there's a good chance your opponent's going to beat you. However, with Champion of Dusk, that's not really too big of a threat, because we're always going to be drawing cards when we play him when we get to 5. So best case scenario, we cheat it onto the field on turn 3, right? We'll draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. That's awesome. Or we play our Butcher. So that's ideal. Secondary kill command, I guess we could get to, will be our Bloodthirsty Aerialist. It's got flying, so really nice form of evasion. And we get to put a +1/+1 counter on it whenever we gain life. Sanctum Seeker triggers that. Sorin makes everybody trigger that. The Butcher triggers that, right? So there's quite a few things that are going to trigger the life gain for us for our Bloodthirsty Aerialist, which is quite nice. And of course, our Anthem effect through Legion Lieutenant is just great as well. We have a few small creatures like Duskborn Sky Marcher. This is just early game chip damage. Get that in there nice and early. And then Knight of the Ebon Legion. This gets under most decks just because it's a 1/2 for 1 that clicks up. So very good value. And then Legion's End. More lifelink, I guess, for the Aerialist. Or sorry, Legion's Landing is more life gain for the Aerialist. Legion's End, Heartless Act, Mortify, all removal. And yeah, we have a little bit more removal through our Sorin. We can +1, sacrifice a vampire to deal 3 damage to something. So that's a form of removal as well. And then our Vona, Butcher of Mogin, we can pay 7 life to destroy target non-land permanent. So that's like incredibly good. We can bring things back from the graveyard with our Sorin's -X, which is helpful. We can grab things like our Legion's Lieutenant or our Bloodthirsty Aerialist. Might be a little hard to get Vona or a Champion of Dust just because you do have to -X, so you'd have to click them up a few times, but nevertheless, it is still an option. And this deck is pretty powerful. It doesn't fold to too many things other than the field wipes, right? Like hard control decks, but even then, we still make out okay because, you know, it's just a good old-fashioned aggro deck, so it's like flipping a coin. As far as opening hand goes, like I said, I really like to see a Saurus Imperious Bloodlord with Vona or a Champion of Dusk, and then 3 lands, and like 1 or 2 other cards, I guess, right? 1, 2, 5, yeah, maybe a Legion's Lieutenant and a Knight of the Ebon Legion, and then you're laughing, right? That is an ideal hand, but the deck syncs together really well, so you shouldn't have too many troubles with it. With that all being said, I'm live on Twitch every single morning, 6 a.m. PST. I'd appreciate your company. Come hang out with us, talk, play some matches, all those good things. We also have daily uploads on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, share to a friend, and hit that bell icon so you can repeat the process tomorrow, because we have daily uploads every single day on YouTube. We do a new deck, sometimes beginner, free to play, sometimes just random jank like this. We do everything, drafts, seals, you name it. We have plenty of farming guides, and if you are a beginner or free to play, I really recommend that you start within our beginner's handbook, link in the description below. And we have a whole section of free to play lists that have upgrade guides to them. So you're going from 0 rares, 0 mythics into a more advanced version of the deck that does incorporate rares and mythics in it. So that's a really cool resource for everybody who's just starting out in Magic the Gathering Arena. I also have a banging Discord you guys should join. If you ever need help or just want to share your experience, we have people of all expert levels, beginners to, I guess, advanced players, right? So it's a good place for that as well. We have monthly tournaments that you guys should join. Yada, 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 all these things. Join the Discord, sub on YouTube, and then you'll keep hearing these things over and over, and eventually you'll be totally aware of what our community has to offer you. All right, so thanks for watching, you guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. If you want to support the channel, you can do so on Twitch, Patreon, and YouTube. Also, just paying me with your time and attention is incredible as well. Enjoy today's gameplay footage, and then we're going to come full circle afterwards for our closing thoughts, so make sure to watch to the end. We could probably keep this hand just on the 2 lieutenants. Ooh. We need that 3rd land. Ouchie. Let's get a land. Negative. Bomber. double reefs. That's insane. Down to 12 is good. We really need that third land. It's a good thing Uro's not an elemental. Let's go land. What? We can get rid of the second reef. That's nice. Oof. Just like we needed that. Now we'll never cast anything. LOL. Lethal next turn, I guess? We're gonna see Uro hit the field, though. Gross, he's gonna double play Uro. Oh, Risen Reef, interesting. So even if we grab a land, which we do, it does nothing now. Crazy stuff. What do you even do with this hand? Right? Just rest in peace. Look at us go. We're getting land. Casting a 2-drop for 4. He's down to 3. No cards for Uro. We have lethal. Interesting. I would say we got boxed out very hard, but maybe we can squeak in El Winnow here. Just stop it. Just stop it. He just played that for free. Big ouchie. Now we can only hit for 2. Ugh. Thrawn Temporal Gateway. May put a historic permanent card from your hand into the battlefield. We gotta kill Ugin. Another time, Planeswalker. This is whacked. We're still safe from a second Uro. Another Ugin. Shenanigans. Damn it. What? That's incredible. I can't even get these because they're artifacts, not enchantments. Now he can cast his Uro. Yeah. Up to 6. Basically need another Heartless Act off the top. Or land. Well, I guess no, we can mortify it. Still. Does not feel good. kill Ugin again. Okay. 3 in his grave. 4. He needs 6 because Ugin or Uro is one of them. Is this gonna work? Oh, it's got reach. That's okay though. Let's take our other aerialist. Right, now they'll both click up. We won't get the kill on the Grazer, but they'll both click. We're holding on. We have a Mortify on deck to take out a blocker, right? We can take out this Grazer and hit for 6. I think we got it. This is lethal without the removal. That was a long con. The land's fine, but we're just gonna remove and try to ramp? I don't know. I don't know. Let's risk it for the biscuit. That's nice, top deck. Making this hand a lot more acceptable. We have removal for whatever he plays this turn. I want them to tick up. That's more important to me than the removal right here. We get it again. Okay, interesting. Let's play our Butcher. You could double block, I guess. Nice.
mighty curse.
That was a good play. Right, basically cleared his advantage. Ooh, he comes right back at us. It's a good thing we did it.
Make yourself useful.
Right, we have basically removal every turn with the Butcher. Okay, hand looks fine. We did disconnect, so it's a little bit of a late play, but that's okay. Let's get, I guess a 1/1 with flying out. Gives us attack damage next turn. Let's go for the long con. Ooh, Tezzeret. Man, historic play queue is where it's at. You guys want to have fun? It's in the historic play queue. Without a doubt. I guess we could have attacked for a little bit more life. Ooh, Arisen Reef. That's really good. Yikesies.
My device is finished, as are you.
Okay, we get the land. Gives us all life gain.
Strife makes monsters of us all.
We're at -3. And then we can pull our Bloodthirsty Aerialist out.
Embrace the bloodlust.
Then we all attack. Tezzeret, that transforms our Legion's Landing to a Donto. The first fort, we can create 1/1 tokens with lifelink now. And all of our creatures have life gain, so they're going to click up our Bloodthirsty Aerialist.
Cease this nonsense!
Alright, pretty groovy.
You're still one step behind.
We can kill it next turn with our Aerialist. As long as there's no flyer. A Flood of Tears. Oh no. Janktown. Isn't this ridiculous, you guys? We're gonna need... It's indestructible. Oh my god. He's got no trample. This is still a match somehow. Right, we get 2 attacks. Oh, just when we thought we had it wrapped up. What kind of sick person does that? Goodness gracious. We may as well just let it hit.
I have come for vengeance and blood. The weak feed the strong.
Like, we could survive with the life gain, but the milling of our deck is gonna destroy us. Top 20. Will give us 6 cards left. Cry. We should have went aerialist first, I guess. And not worried about our life. Our bad. Just disgusting. Good game. Oh my god, what a mill. These have another Flood of Tears. I will die. I don't know why he'd be targeting. Takes an extra turn. Awesome. Karn's Temporal Surrendering. Target player takes an extra turn after this one. Return up to 1 target null and permanent to its owner's hand. Exile. Temporal Surrendering. Incredible. We're getting boxed out today.
Cold logic will always win.
I love how he's just going in hard. Cry. Keeping 7 land looks great. We also have our Sorin. Nothing to push in with it, but we'll get there. I think we're gonna go Knight first. And then we can go with our Legion after. Hopefully we draw just an absolute nuke. Our Duska Marshal. The Herald can't be blocked, so it's probably a tempo deck, right? Can you put Curious Obsessions on it? And then there's nothing I can do. Alright, so Curious Obsession is probably not too bad, but Staggering Insight gives him life gain. Ooh. Is it like Ancestral Mask? What's going on with Simic colors here? This is just straight up Merfolk. Okay, okay. He might block with his silver gill. I doubt it though. And then he can hit our sword for 3. Unless he plays a Merfolk buff. And then he hits it for 3, 4, 5, which would be a less than ideal situation. We didn't really think that far ahead though. So hopefully we get the trade here. That's actually what I was expecting. We should have kept him to block, maybe. Probably, absolutely. What do you do though? I'm an aggro player. I put things in and I turn them sideways. Okay, could be worse. Okay, no haste. He could still play a Mistbinder though. That's not a Mistbinder, but it's just as good. Soren's gone. And we're just pulling land, come on. It's a good hit, down to 10. $23 life. That's not so bad. Skydiver's okay. Seven damage. I don't know if we can afford that right now. $18 life should be fine. Right, we got enough removal to make that totally worth it. A Galta? What's that doing in a Merfolk deck? That's a nuke of a card. Here comes a Mistbinder. That's kind of what we're worried about. So he's got a big hit. Luckily we have removal. We can Legion's End the Cloak Herald. That's a 2-for-1. I'll trade with the Silver Gill. Big ouchie. Let's see what he's got in his hand. Tap all creatures your opponents control. Nice. Well, let's go for it if we're going to be tapped anyways. See what he gets. Oh, his Galta, which he can't cast. Oh no, maybe he can. Costs what? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good game, we got him. Our opponent goes first, choosing to keep or not. I think we're going to keep our land. Looks really good. We don't have our Planeswalker, but we do have a little bit of removal. No turn 1, so our chapel can come in tapped. Or sorry, our shrine. Ah, Thoughtraiser. That might take my Legion Lieutenant. Might also take Sorin, Vengeful Bloodlord. Yeah, it does go for Sorin. We just grabbed our secondary Sorin here, though, so we're going to cheat our Sanctum Seeker on the field. Not that we really need to. Actually, we're going to put our Thirsty Aerialist on the field, and that way we can play our Seeker organically, especially if we draw land. Oh, never mind. Here he goes. Thoughtraiser, so good. Alright, our first bit of damage. He is down to 4 cards. Alright, we have a good turn next turn. He must have removal, yeah. Dang. Let's try it again. Alright, down to 16, down to 3 cards now. Amateur's Insight, that will refill the pocket. Let's use our mana most efficiently. Gain 2 life. Bloodthirsty Aerialist goes up twice. Please and thank you. Down to 7. Lethal next turn. Ooh. Almost gets us. We can double Lieutenant for the salt. Opponent goes first. Our hand looks fine. We have the land. We have a 1-drop, so that's always good. A little bit of removal, and then into our Aerialist with some more removal on the back end. Ooh, mono red. Big ouchie. What else do you have in hand? Nice. We want to mortify that Chain Whirler. This guy's impatient, eh? Got him. It's okay. We've got him burnt out. We still have enough life, and we've got life gain in pocket. Whiff, 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 whiff. Oh, he gets a 1-drop.
I've made.
He still gets to kill it, I guess, but we get to remove it. So we maybe should have taken the life gain. We can still give it lifelink here. I don't know. Down to 3 is not good. He's a lightning bolt, we're dead. Should have played that first. Oh, he can just minus and kill us. Grab his lightning bolt that way. Good game. Big ouchies, bros. Better luck next time. Mono red representing. Land doesn't look too bad. If we pull a third, we're laughing. We will also need to pull a big baddie, but we got some nice drops to start the game out with. Finarzan's OP. I don't see him sacrificing his supplier, though. Not yet. For 2? What would he bring out for 2? Another Fiend Artisan? I guess that makes sense. 2 7/7s. That's actually pretty cool. Can we address that real quick? Just grab the life gain. Right? Puts us at 21, he's down to 12, so it's not the worst. That is an 8/8 Fiend Artisan, though. We need a little bit more removal. Yikes. Why is he going to his graveyard for? Oh! Nice. But this is really good, actually. He is being a beast mode right here. Nice. Now he can Fiend Artisan his other Stitcher supplier. Woof. Like a Rotting Regisaur is needed. These Fiend Artisans can do enough. Oh, it has Menace. That one. This is so over. Big ouchies. This is brutal. There's no way out of this. I mean, his supplier's got Death Touch even, right? Like... That's actually a really cool deck. One of the cooler decks that I've seen. Wow. Really, really interesting. And then he hits us with a gray merchant as well. What in the heck? Yikes. That's an incredible match. I've not seen that before. I think we can toss this. I know it seems weird, but we don't really have enough. This isn't any better. Maybe the unclaimed territories could get knocked down a peg, but... Because we do have a few non-creature cards. How about these sleeves? That's something I've not seen before. Wow. Where did he get these? That's so cool. Interesting stream today. Seeing lots of new things we've not ever seen before. I see how it's gonna be. I mean, as long as... I guess that's cycling for 2, so... And we definitely should have mortified first. What was I thinking? That's embarrassing. Let's pull another land and then we can forget about all this. That's embarrassing. This whole thing is going to become just a landslide of shame. This doesn't help us at all.
I did not start this fight, but I will finish it. Infect the darkness within.
Of course. He whiffed on lands. He's just settle down. Goblins representing. Big ouchie.
My bloodlust is not quenched.
A little bit of life gain, but I think it's too little too late. Big ouchies. Well, we up to 1. Huh, nice. That's funny. Still gets it. Ouch. The hand could be worse. It could also be better. Let's keep it. an aggressive mulligan. We can gain that life back next turn. We need a third land. Oof, that's not good. Turn 3 questing beasts. Shifty Ceratops. This is good. Let's see what's in his hand. Pelt collectors. It would have been nice to get those. We need a land to mortify the Ceratops.
Civilization has crept too far. Tear it down. We're gonna tear.
Alright, big ouchies. We do get our land. We can eat that alive and then kill Vivian. Then all he has is 2 pelt collectors. We should be okay.
Back to the woods.
Ooh, what a top deck. What a top deck. Can we top a land? Negative. But we grab our Heartless Act, which is just as good. Kills the beast. So you see, Heartless Act is a little bit better than Cast Down right there, because that wouldn't have killed Questing Beast. Good game. Vampire Tribal Historic Edition. I really liked it. I think it's pretty good. I think we could continue to fine-tune it. Maybe bumping up our Heartless Axe, something like this. Maybe we trim our Champion of Dusk down to 2. I think we've seen that a lot, but it would suck to not pull it as well. So let me know what you guys thought down below in the comments, and we can try to fine-tune this deck for our next showcase. I'm live on Twitch every single morning, 6 a.m. PST. You should join us there. It'd be awesome to have your company. Daily uploads on YouTube. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share to a friend, hit the bell icon so you can do it all tomorrow. And then join our Discord so you don't miss out on any of our community events, any of the great big news that we always have, all of the fun stuff, right? You know it. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Do take care. Have a great day, and we will see you all tomorrow.